Welcome back to Dizzion DaaS Administration 1 course FR-100. My name is David and I'll be your instructor for this module. In Module 4, you will learn about managing capacity on the Dizzion DaaS platform. I will start with a brief overview of cost controls in the public cloud. Next, I will explain how you can set minimum, maximum, and buffers to control scale. Lastly, I will demonstrate how to create a capacity plan schedule to optimize auto-scaling with cost control by setting values for specific times and dates. Most public cloud providers offer on-demand compute resources that leverage a utility or metered billing. This means you pay for what you use. Running desktop workloads 24/7 or always on could become quite costly if not managed properly. Fortunately, Dizzion DaaS platform has built-in mechanisms to assist administrators with resource management to achieve greater control over production costs at scale. These principles can also apply to private cloud workloads specific to power and cooling in the data center. Here are some of the considerations that our engineers have included in the product. Keep desktops powered off when not in use or when no longer in use. Automatically power on a VM when a user requests an application or desktop. Power on or off a certain number of VMs at a specific time of day and/or certain days of the week. Keep a number of VMs powered on and available for new user sessions. Control the maximum time a user can stay in a session or how long that user can be idle. Because storage is always a factor, the platform can also grow and shrink the number of VMs on a per production pool basis and will only increase disk space when required. Let's explore the default capacity values. Setting a minimum defines how many VMs of the specified instance type will be powered on, regardless of whether users are in an active session. Once user sessions have consumed the minimum available, the next user to start a session will need to wait for another desktop to be powered on and available before their session can begin. The minimum value must be less than or equal to the defined maximum value. The maximum defines the total number of desktops that can be started for the specified instance type. You must have at least a maximum of 1 in order to publish the pool. When increasing maximum value, the behavior of the platform is to provision additional VMs using the last published sandbox image state. Likewise, when lowering the value, the frame platform will terminate any excess VMs that do not have a user session until the value of created VMs is the same as the new value. Setting a buffer value ensures that each time a new user connects to consume one of the powered on and available instances, another instance will automatically be turned on to replenish the buffer up to the maximum number of allowed instances. This is a useful setting to reduce wait times while optimizing infrastructure cost. As consumption of desktop VMs grows and shrinks during the day, administrators can adjust active capacity using capacity plan schedules. For example, if a regional office operates during the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., the desired user experience is to reduce wait times in the morning as users start their day but save costs in the evening as users sign off. Using a calendar-like view, administrators can define minimums and buffers for certain days of the week and hours of the day based on their average or predicted usage. This can be tuned over time to achieve a healthy balance of cost savings to performance. Default capacity values for max, buffer, and minimum values are used when no schedule is active. To create a capacity plan schedule, use the calendar widget. Each block you create will override these default values for that time period. For example, if I want to avoid a login storm when users arrive at 8 a.m. for their shift, I will set up a schedule that increases the minimum from 0 to 2 starting at 7 a.m. Similarly, I might back the values down around 4 p.m. as users conclude their day. This will not interrupt sessions, but will ensure that unused capacity is turned off and destroyed on the cloud infrastructure to save cost. You can also drag or adjust these schedules around as needed. Different schedules can be applied for different instance types within the same frame account. In this module, you learned that controlling costs, especially in public cloud, is essential for frame administrators to understand as it pertains to compute and storage. Minimum, maximum, and buffer settings ensure that resources are available when you need them and turned off when you don't. Capacity plan schedules allow you to fine-tune your desktop availability to achieve both availability and cost savings. This concludes the lesson module. Be sure to check out the other videos in the series that make up the full course. Thanks so much for watching.